Gilgaboo, Gilgaboo, Gilgaboo.
Gilgaboo the jarrow, as faljarrow, gus Goll as Gaccan.
Manx Radio Weather with Manx Glass and Glazing.
Well, brow as Grianach tu, leis gia fes na menach fayan tui, be an temprela smoo began as fura na chajan as shen 3 Celsius jeg, och be a ganachtan na smoo bla sa grian. Nach nian gia bioracha leis pert al ja frasach chitrish for the na samma. Ma vis frassen on be ad slochela tavi as esh be le brow Grianach on merach, Nian gia tui ludica the gerad gus fest na menach as being temprela smoo 3 Celsius tia grist. And riet, be flia pishach on sa toshach jamurt, och ni sho slochela tavi as esh be le brow Grianach on as frassen skilt. Irina grania devinid as feed lug queg merach as line grania she minid lug night Jew. So, all that again in English this time. Fine and sunny today with light or moderate northerly winds. Temperatures will be slightly below average, the maximum around 13 degrees Celsius, but it will feel much warmer in the sunshine. Tonight, winds will freshen with a little showery rain possible developing later. Any light showers at first tomorrow, quickly clearing, leaving fine and sunny conditions again. The northerly wind will soon ease, light or moderate. The top temperature again around 13 degrees Celsius. The outlook: patchy rain at first on Tuesday, soon clearing to sunny intervals and scattered showers. Sunrise 5:22 a.m. tomorrow. Sunset 9:06 p.m. today.
Manx Glass and Glazing are now stocking Omnia flush sash frames. See the range at the showroom on the Snugborough Trading Estate. Galas Gaccan, brought to you by the Gaelic Broadcasting Committee.
Hey, you with the pretty face, welcome to the
Well, I hope I've not jinxed it, but looking at the forecast, it seems that my great industry in the vegetable garden has been necessary, because it looks as though the much needed rain, because things are starting to dry up a bit, the much needed rain is starting to appear over the course of the next few days. Yes, it's been a busy week. There seems to have been loads going on. I heard Andy mentioning the 190th anniversary of Baldrain, not Baldrain, where is it? St Luke's, that's it. St Luke's out there in Baldwin. I see it begins with B, that was what I was thinking. Yes, we had a concert up there, Kirrie Jenkins, last night, and it was great to get up there on a fantastic sunny evening. Always good reception there, a good crowd in, and the 190th anniversary of the new church being built there at St Luke's. And there's a service this evening, I think 6:30, but I'll check that out and let you know when we get to our What's On guide. But what I can tell you is coming up on the programme, we've got Dr Christopher Lewin. I've recorded an interview with him when he was over this week just past, and we'll find out a little bit about the talk that he gave. A lot more of that on agenda on Monday. And then, yes, there's some other interviews that I'm going to be playing during the course of the programme, which I'll tell you more about later. But now we're going to hear from Chasing Abbey with yindyssagh. Then we'll hear some adverts. Then we'll hear Ben Uday Hall. And then we'll hear the first part of the interview with Chris Lewin.
I wish it's a wish when we're full of the love. I wish it's a wish when we're full of the love. I wish it's a wish when we're full of the love. I wish it's a wish when we're full of the love. I wish it's a wish. I wish it's a wish. I wish it's a wish. Can't work on create my chain. I wish it's a wish. I wish it's a wish. I wish it's a wish. Can't work on create my chain. They make pictures of burning skies. They bring hell, it will cost your life. They bring poison and they bring pain. And stories told sound all the same. Disagree. I wish it's a wish when we're full of the love. I wish it's a wish when we're full of the love. I wish it's a wish when we're full of the love. I wish it's a wish when we're full of the love. I wish it's a wish. I wish it's a wish. I wish it's a wish. Can't work on create my chain. I wish it's a wish. I wish it's a wish. I wish it's a wish. Can't work on create my chain. When did mercy fall behind? When did badness cross the line? Bounded by a primal tide, and somehow still the spirit survives. Disagree. I wish it's a wish when we're full of the love. I wish it's a wish when we're full of the love. I wish it's a wish when we're full of the love. I wish it's a wish when we're full of the love. I wish it's a wish. I wish it's a wish. I wish it's a wish. Can't work on create my chain. I wish it's a wish. I wish it's a wish. I wish it's a wish. Can't work on create my chain. I wish it's a wish. I wish it's work on create my shade.
Heard a rumour? Manx Radio will tell you if it's actually true. Galas Gaccan, brought to you by the Gaelic Broadcasting Committee.
The holla he go, you and pleasure huru, natural as fun, oh, hedica, she got homo, you malilo. On your magai blata he go, Nama farja huru, sender na will fight it go, very case landish malilo. Tamareka boya he go, Gramita Yamana huru, smooth frolic out and marhana tray. Gaelg DJ Walilo, oh, Chucky Mahera he go, and Western Claudia Horo, it's your shame, show where it be, it's me, Gaelg and Talilo, me, Hockey the Hera he go, and Western Claudia Horo, not Chucky Mahin, Equani one light, excuse in the Gassi Walilo. Mahigo, again she rekia horo, is Nanu Alahodia, again the day hit Walilo. Stay Lanu Mahigo, again she rekia horo, stay Lanu Alahodia, again the day hit Walilo. Higo, Arahasutaja Horo, baby, he go over the car. It's funny, I can get Walilo. Tormo Vanata Higo, and Cerno Ahera Horo, it's fun, I tell a bohadica, a garmo when you Walilo. hala hi go a Aalin Clague shahuru that's right as bandu hadika she ahmo
Well, I'm from the island, born and brought up. I was among the first few years that did Manx in school, and since then I've followed a career in revolving around the Celtic languages and the Manx in particular, so it's something that's close to my heart. And while I spend most of my time away, currently I'm at the University of Edinburgh, so spend most of my time in Scotland. Obviously the fate of the Manx language is something that's close to my heart, so I hope I can make some contribution to discussions around its future.
And your talk described what's happened in recent decades. Why is I suppose really from about the 1970s, but particularly from the 1990s onwards, why has this been such a fundamental change for the Manx language?
Well, I think it's part of an international trend. After the Second World War and in the second half of the 20th century, there was a growing awareness of the value of minority cultures and minorities of all kinds, of course. So language revitalization in the Celtic countries and further afield has been part of that, and I think the Isle of Man was part of that ecosystem. It's also there was the growth of the welfare state and so on, a bit more prosperity during those decades when people had a bit more space to think about cultural issues and so on, and fight for them, and of course the growing autonomy of the Isle of Man and the awareness of the importance of national identity. And I think all those things came together around that time to move, as we moved away from a sort of apathy, if not hostility, to the language, to a little bit more support, and that's grown over the last 40 years, especially since the 1980s.
And why should we bother with the Manx language? I mean, I know, as someone who's spent most of their lives trying to revive the language, but for people who might say, well, actually, we're in less financially prosperous times now. What we need is things that will get us out of the financial problems that we're in, not be a continuous drain on the financial situation. And that's how they would describe Manx. They would say, well, look, you just throw money at it and you don't get any benefit from it. How would you respond to that?
Well, I think we do get a benefit from it, even in purely economic terms. There's a lot of culture and music and festivals and tourism revenue and so on. I mean, more research is needed on this, but I do suspect you would find that it's a net benefit, even in purely financial terms. And I think if we're looking to the future where we want the island to be a prosperous and attractive place, yes, obviously we have to invest in the fundamentals of the health service and education and so on. We can't have we're not going to have an island with a very well-funded health service and then nothing going into culture and heritage and the things that make the island distinctive. I think they always have to go together. And there's also a general well-being sense. These things improve people's quality of life, improve people's mental health, and in the long run make the island a healthier and happier place.
Proper news, even when the group chat's gone feral. Manx Radio.
Got the
Well, you might have thought that I was gone there, but there's a wonderful system of red dots and green dots on the Manx radio computer. And if something has got a green dot, it just automatically goes into the next item. And I hadn't spotted that, and I in fact, didn't spot it on 3 separate occasions. I was just about to talk, and then the thing just played into the next thing. My mistake. I'm obviously still... my head is still in the garden. Anyway, what we heard was the interview with Christopher Lewin. We will hear a little bit more from that, and then if you want to hear the full interview, that's on agenda on Monday at 6:30. But before Christopher, we heard Ben Uday Hall, which is Yonder Woman, and that was by the Belfast band Huraton. And very good it is too, I think. So, where are we up to then? I'm not entirely sure now because everything was zipping through so fast. Yes, I think we could probably take this, couldn't we?
Manx Radio Station Radio Vannin.
Well, a little early with the weather, but no harm in that. And the weather, let's have a look now. Brau as Grianach Jew, leis gia fes, nach nian gia bjorcha, as be Gannington na smooth blas a Grian, Jew, ni ma vis frassen on be ad slo chel the tavi merach, as eis be flia pishach on satashach gemert och eist be le brau Grianach on. So fine and sunny day today. It'll be a little where are we? A little showery rain possible later in the evening, or tonight I should say. Light showers at first tomorrow will quickly clear away, leaving a fine and sunny day. Patchy rain and showers on Tuesday. And that also, of course, is our cue for a Manx track. And I thought we would listen to Skeel's version of the Heron Boys. And this is called Rina Mara, the King of the Sea. And yes, let's listen to that now.
Gullas Gaccan, brought to you by the Gaelic Broadcasting Committee.
Up with the log and let her run before the wind and tide. The gannets plunge, the gulls keep watch, the heron shoulders wide. Oh, the heron boys, the heron, oh, the heron boys for me. Red or pickled, fresh or kibbered, oh, the heron is king of the sea. Country head and Yabble Point will soon be left behind. A Fleshwick base, a West by West, a merry friends we'll find. Oh, the heron boys, the heron, oh, the heron boys for me. Red or kibbered, fresh or pickled, oh, the heron is king of the sea. Admiral Quirk has struck his flag, so down with the nets and prey. The fisher's friend to bless our homes and toil by night and day. Oh, the heron boys, the heron, oh, the heron boys for me. Red or kibbered, fresh or pickled, oh, the heron is king of the sea. with moistened brow and grateful heart and joyful voice we raise, as homeward glides our gallant craft, our morning songs of praise. Oh, the heron boys, the heron, oh, the heron boys for me, red or kibbled, fresh or pickled, oh, the heron is king of the sea.
And that was Scale with Reen Amara, the King of the Sea. And you might have recognised my voice in the middle of that as well. Time now for the clash. Should I stay or should I go?
Darling, you got to let me know. Should I stay or should I go? If you say that you are mine, I'll be here till the end of time. So you got to let me know. Should I stay or should I go? It's always tease, tease, tease. You're happy when I'm on my knees. One day is fine and next is black. So if you want me off your back, well come on and let me know. Should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? If I go there will be trouble, and if I stay it will be double. So come on and let me know. This indecision's bugging me. Indecision may molest. If you don't want me, set me free. Exactly whom I'm supposed to be. Don't you know which clothes even fit me? Come on and let me know. Should I cool it or should I blow? Split. Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? If I go there will be trouble, and if I stay it will be double. So you gotta let me know. Should I cool it or should I blow? Should I stay or should I go now? Trouble. And if I stay, it will be
Well, I'll stay for the time being, at least, anyway. That was the clash. I was thinking that we were a bit quiet, no emails coming into the studio, no text or any of that, and then I realised I had logged into the wrong account. So, Graham says, I really do like that Chasing Abby track. Well, I do too, which is why I keep playing it. Thanks for that, Graham. Graham also liked the Manx track. Really loved this track in glorious Gaelg. Perfect for a little jig. We really should have more of that. Proper music with it. And then he has a cheesy grin when he says that. So, Blaine the Gaelg, Gau Carell, as Tanny Souch, Gurmayad. And we also have from Robert. Robert often supplies me with these. Quite an interesting phrase that needs to be considered and put into Manx. And he asks, what is in the turnstiles is the upswing in Gaelg? And as ever, I'm not entirely sure what the English means, but we'll get there. Right, the second part of the interview I did with Dr Christopher Lewin from the University of Edinburgh. He was over last week and he gave a talk to both Tynwald members and to Manx enthusiasts about the Manx language and the state. So let's hear the second part of the interview. And as I say, a lot more of this is available on Agenda on Monday, tomorrow, at 6:30. But here's the second part of the interview anyway. And for you, what was it that motivated you to learn the language and to get to the stage now where you are one of the world's leading experts on how the language is constructed and used?
I think really it was a general interest in language in general. Once I figured out how grammar works and how you can put sentences together and say something that you want to say rather than just repeating phrases, it suddenly became more interesting to me than it maybe had been in the first few months of learning. And then I found a couple of books and basically taught myself mostly, and then realised there were other related languages that I could study, and it grew from there, really.
And is it a head thing or a heart thing for most people that learn Manx, would you say? Would you say that they are motivated primarily because of a warm feeling inside, rather than if I learn Manx or if I become bilingual, I will have significant economic benefits over my peers?
I think it's generally a heart thing. I think, as I say, there are benefits, but I don't think you can really go into it thinking I'm going to get this out of it and that out of it. I mean, there may be situations where people are in a teaching role or something where they could do with learning Manx, and that's a motivation, or maybe they're, friends with or in a relationship with someone that speaks Manx, and then that's a motivation. So there are many different motivations, but I think primarily it has to be something you get passionate about, really.
And of course, the charge in past decades, probably if you go back to the 60s, 50s, 40s, the general view was you wouldn't earn anything from Manx. Manx was the language of poverty, was the general feeling, and that's partly due to the fact that the language was dying out, or had pretty much died out as a community language by then.
Yes, that's right, and it's a very different situation now, where you can people follow careers revolving around the language, especially in teaching roles. And one of the points I was making in my talk was we really need to expand the capacity in these roles, especially in teaching, so that we can grow the community and have more Manx speakers in the future, and more people that can take on these roles as well.
Because what you described was a fairly stark position, whereby in the peripatetic Manx team, that's the team that goes around all the schools teaching children a bit of Manx, that whilst that's reasonably well supplied with teachers, when it comes to adult learning, that there's only one person paid full-time who is engaged in teaching, although she doesn't just do teaching, and then a few other part-timers. But bearing in mind there's an awful lot more adults on the island than there are children, you might have thought that there would be more adult teachers by now.
Yes, I mean, looking at this partly from the outside as a kind of expert, if you like, that has some experience of other minority languages, I think if I was looking at this dispassionately, that would be one of the areas that really stands out as needing more investment, needing more growth. And that's not the fault of the organisation that's primarily responsible for that area, which is Cubbin, who do extremely good work, and they're working flat out this year on the Year of the Manx Language, along with other organisations. But I think it's just all of these things are structural issues. They're the outcome of how things have developed organically, and maybe without too much planning, or the individual things might have been planned, but the bigger picture of, you know, how much capacity we have here and what needs to grow there is maybe something we're only starting to look at a bit more now. So that, I believe there has been some growth in classes for adults recently, but I think that's definitely an area that needs to expand, because however much success there's been in the Bunscoil and the children that go on to secondary immersion in Queen Elizabeth II High School and people learning in the other schools, the reality is that a lot of those people leave the island when they're 18 and don't come back. And not all of them, of course, will, even if they are here, will want to be involved in Manx or be teachers at least, and so on. So I think the adult learners, and especially younger adults, working age adults, acquiring Manx and taking on these roles, this is going to remain important, and engaging those people and giving them opportunities and giving them potentially, you know, time off work and so on to learn Manx intensely, as you can do in other languages. These are the sort of things that need to be looked at and ideally need to be invested in.
And that was Dr Christopher Lewin, or Costal, as he's popularly known. The Manx for Christopher is Costal. Yes, Christopher Lewin talking about the Manx language. He gave a talk to Tynwald members and various others earlier this week, and that was all about how the language and the state interact. And he gently suggested that maybe it's time we had a bit of Manx language legislation, an act of some sort. And you can hear a lot more about that on this week's agenda, which is tomorrow evening at 6:30. So we have two songs lined up for you now. One is Pharrell Williams with Happy, and the other one is Simply Red and Beside You. The Happy song, it's a great song, isn't it? And Manra, Happy, is a great way to be, really.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a said, bring me down. Can't none bring me down. Your love is too high to bring me down. Can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high to bring me down. Can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Guller's Gaccan, brought to you by the Gaelic Broadcasting Committee.
We follow the river out into the stream. That's when my dream began. I left my worries to the people who stare and dream without a care that I'll always be beside you to watch the day and night, and we'll listen to the sunrise and feel its glowing light, and peace will come inside, so quiet. Wherever we're going, I don't know. A million years, our love keeps growing. The mystery deepens day by day. Trust my love and hear me say that I'll always be beside you to watch the day and night, and we'll listen to the sunrise and feel its glowing light, and peace will come inside, so quiet. Will come inside, so quiet. Yes, I'll always be beside you to watch the day and night, and we'll listen to peace will come inside. So quiet.
Manx Radio Weather with Manx Glass and Glazing.
Well, be brow as greenach tiw leis gia fers na mianach fain tui be an temprela smooth began na sfuren and chajanus as shen 3 Celsius jeg. Ach be genachtan na smooth blas green. Nach nian hier bioraka leis pertel ja frasak chitrish foddy na sanma. Ma vis frasnon beard slow chail the tavi as esh be le brow greenachon. Nian hier tui ludica the gerard gus fers na mianach as be an temprela smooth 3 Celsius jeg reach. And riet be flia pishachon sa tajak jamert och ni sure slow chail the tavi as esh be le brow greenachon as frassen skilt. Irina grania devinid as feed lug queg merach as line a grania shaminid lug nay dew. So fine and sunny today with light or moderate northerly winds. Temperatures will be slightly below average, the maximum around 13 degrees Celsius. But it will feel much warmer in the sunshine. Tonight winds will freshen with a little showery rain possibly developing later. Any light showers at first tomorrow quickly clearing, leaving fine and sunny conditions again. The northerly winds will soon ease, light or moderate. The top temperature again around 13 degrees Celsius. The outlook: patchy rain at first on Tuesday, soon clearing to sunny intervals and scattered showers. Sunrise 5:22 a.m. tomorrow. Sunset 6 minutes past 9 today.
If you're looking for supply-only double or triple glazed units, make sure you visit the Manx Glass and Glazing Showroom on the Stugborough Trading Estate or call 674 573. Guller's Gaccan, brought to you by the Gaelic Broadcasting Committee.
It's happy hour again. I think I might be happy if I wasn't out with them and they're happy. It's a lovely place to be. Happy that the fire's full of bombing is a shield. With a haircut, smile and the meaning of style is a night out with the boss. Where you win or you lose and it's them who choose. And if you don't win then you've lost. What a good place to be. Don't believe it, 'cause you speak a different language and it's never really happened to me. Don't believe it, oh no, 'cause it's never really happened for me. No, it's another night out with a boss, following in footsteps over compromise and he tells me good women go on trees, and if you catch them right they will land upon the knees. Where they open all the wallets and they close all the minds and they love to buy you all a drink. And as we ask all the questions and you take all your clothes up and back to the kitchen sink. What a good place to be. Don't believe it, 'cause you speak a different language and it's never really happened to me. Don't believe it, oh no, 'cause it's never been happened for me. No, what a good place to be. Don't believe it, 'cause you speak a different language and it's never really happened to me. Don't believe it, oh no, 'cause it's never been happened for me. Don't believe it, don't believe it, don't believe it. It's happy hour again and again and again. It's happy hour again and again and again. It's happy hour again and again and again. It's happy hour again.
There we go. That was the what was it? The Happy Hour by the House Martins. We're full of happiness on Guller's Gaccan this week, which is a good thing, I think. Well, yes, I'm convinced of it. So, one thing that is going to be happening this year is Cubbin's Bridge will be 250 years old. Now, where's Cubbin's Bridge, you might ask? Well, it's otherwise known as the Colby Bridge, and it's, well, that's where it is. It's in Colby, right in the middle of the of Colby there. And we will, well, I caught up with Kirrie Jenkins, who is the chair of Arbury and Rushen Parish Commissioners, to find out what celebrations the commissioners have got planned.
The island's most reliable source after your mum.
There's a bit of an anniversary coming up.
Yes, so we discovered that Cubbin's Bridge in Colby, which has connected generations of Manx people, is 250 years old this year. And America, of course, marks 250 years since the Declaration of Independence. So we're also going to take it as an opportunity to reflect on the number of Manx people who've crossed the Atlantic in search of a new life.
And that's amazing. So presumably you're quite keen to hear from families who have contacts with people from America and anyone else who's got, I presume, memories about the Colby Bridge, the Cubbin's Bridge. Presumably you're interested in anything sort of locally associated as well.
Well, we know that many of those journeys would have started by crossing Cubbin's Bridge, and integral to that journey would have been Colby Railway Station. And so we know many a Manx family has a story somewhere. A relative who emigrated, connections to Colby and the bridge, or photographs and souvenirs tucked away. So yes, that's what we're looking for. Lots of stories from Manx families.
And you've got a connection to the Cubbin family yourself?
Yes, on my paternal grandmother's side, the Cubbins from Colby Bridge, but also we've got lots of Castains and Cranes that have emigrated to America, and I'm sure we'll be delving into our family archives to pull some of these stories together, as well as lots of other Manx local families.
And presumably there'll be some kind of a celebration taking place. I mean, what are you going to do with the information that you collect?
So what we're hoping to do is, during Manx National Week, at the beginning of July, is to hold a week-long exhibition, culminating in a Manx Tay. 4th of July would be appropriate. And let's have a little celebration. You know, these things get lost in the collective memory, don't they, unless they're celebrated.
And it's surprising how quickly things disappear. So, for example, the protest on the bridge, I think there's probably only one or two of the protesters that survive, but I don't know, could you tell us a little bit about that protest?
Well, in the early 70s, the forerunner to the DOI wanted to remodel the bridge, and at the time there was great uproar by the local commissioners. So Will Castaigne, I think, was chairman of the commissioners at the time, Cecil McPhee, George H. Castaigne, all these good Manx names. They all had a sit-down protest and refused to let the bridge be demolished. And I think we'll be telling that story as well and celebrating how local people coming together can save sort of national history. And
the other thing we know about it was in the days before the sort of traffic that we've got now. It was a real meeting place for all the kids from Colby and the surrounding areas.
Yes, it was a central point for Colby, and I believe that the Colby boys and the Ballabeg boys had many a fight around the bridge. But yes, it was where the activity of Colby happened. You know, just below Colby Bridge, it was where the wheelwrights, were fitting the cartwheels, and there's a lot of history to that area. And I think it's important to remember it. We had a fantastic celebration a few years ago when we did the Romance of the River Walk, we've got a lot of exhibition material from that will tie into this project. But I think stories about families that have emigrated and connections to Colby railway station and the bridge are what we're looking for this time, to try and celebrate the centre of Colby, isn't it? It's a focus point, and we'd love to do something special with the bridge this summer and have everybody who crosses over that bridge from the south. It's something that you do every day and probably never even think about. So yeah.
And in terms then of people listening, if they're interested in, or if they've got some information, or indeed if they're interested, I suppose, in helping out in any way, how do they get in touch?
Well, if you can email our Clark at arbrus.gov.im.
And that's ARBRUS, isn't it? So Clark, CLERK, at arbrus.gov.im.
That's right. And we've already had some good information and some fascinating stories, So we're hoping to elaborate on those. What's the connection between our new captain of the parish, Claire Whiteway, and a soldier fighting in the American Civil War? What's the connection between Paul McCartney? So Paul McCartney and Colby Bridge, who'd have thought it? So yes, with some fascinating stories coming out to explore, and let's see what else turns up.
Well, when all this is pulled together, I'll certainly be down for Gullers Gaccan to find out a lot more.
Fantastic, Phil, and thank you for doing this call out for, across the island really, to see who's got connections, what family members have emigrated in years gone past. We'd love to hear all those stories.
And if you have stories about Cubbin's Bridge, or even if you have family that left the island for America, then please do get in touch with Clark, CLERK, at arbrus, arbrus.gov.im. Clark at arbrus.gov.im. And the great thing for me about that is there's a different Clark, not me, that will be answering those emails. So, next we have Negwa John Data by Zia Mays, and then we've really gone in for the Gaelic side of the world music, apart from Negwa John Data, which is Basque. The other one is Tada Gavron Wi Agam, which I think translates as I have 2 yellow goats. I think that's what it says anyway.
Galas Gaccan, brought to you by the Gaelic Broadcasting Committee.
Tava Raudin wie gommes Minchach weine Frischen Schiert an Krien ma durch de Walle Ni Leute gom go grohen ach schießem hatte Liggen ma hatte tride fuit de Walle Tava raus a chile gommes Kirrie Galla Se dich den Iwam ach baren natin Krille me down to chliet le stumpa batta Shoot ha baren chliet vaddo valle Doodledum do Doodledum do Diddly doodle dum diddly doodle dum doodle diddly doodle dum do dum diddly da doodle dum diddly diddle dum do Shin porta fulligen bipede on heelen laddie Porta fulligen bipede on heelen laddie Shan og kalla on bipede gus virche marschen Shan og kalla an pipede gus virche marschen Gus tava raudin wie gommes minchach weine Mischen schied an krien ma durte valle Snilate gom go krohen ach schießem hatte Liggen ma hatte tride fuit de Walle
And that was Polka 4 with Tada, Taha, Gawan, Bui Agam. I have 2 yellow goats. And Polka 4, in case anyone was wondering, because I'm sure I know that fella, I know the voice. And sure enough, the singer and frontman for Polka 4 is indeed Pádraig O'Shea. And Pádraig O'Shea came to the Isle of Man, how many years ago now is it? It must be at least, getting on for 30 years ago anyway. Pádraig O'Shea is a presenter on Radio na Gaeltachta, the Irish language radio station. But yes, he came over to the island with a group of dancers from Dunquin, which is on the very southwest of Ireland, and we were celebrating a common link between Cregneish and the Blasket Islands, which was Professor Carl Marstrander. More of that on another programme. However, what we're going to hear next is an interview I did with Aalin Clague, and Aalin is one of the coordinators of a new project called Sollan. So I won't tell you all about the project because the little point in doing an interview with Aalin, would there be? So let's hear what Aalin has to say. Talking to Aalin Clague. And what are you? The impresario, is that the word? I'm not entirely sure.
Could be. I was working with a fella from Scotland who described himself as theatre maker, and I thought that sounded quite exciting. But I'm one of the directors of a new theatre group in Peel called Sollan.
And what is Sollan all about? What are you trying to achieve with the group?
It's a collective of people who are interested in making interesting theatre, telling original stories or telling traditional stories or just new interesting stories amongst the community.
And one of the reasons we're talking is because you're trying to flog a few tickets.
We have got our first evening's entertainment coming up on the 22nd of May, and the name of the group, Sollan, means salt in Manx Gaelic, and the items that are going to be part of the evening's entertainment are based around sort of sea stories. And so the idea is that it's going to be two people waiting for the tide to come in a smuggler's cellar, and they're telling stories and singing songs to pass the time. So the show is called Tales from the Cellar.
And what can people expect from this? I mean, what sort of a performance are we expecting?
Well, we're hoping for a magical evening. It's going to be quite an immersive experience from the moment you come in and show your ticket. You'll be go into a little sort of shebeen where you get your artisanal cocktail, and there'll be a bit of a session going on with music playing, and then we'll go into the cellar where you'll be able to enjoy and at times join in with lots of interesting items, lots of new work, as well as a bit of tea brown as you haven't heard it before. So we've got a new dialect play written by Annie Kissack. We've got a historical comedy sketch written by Corey Phillips, and Rob Middleton has written a dramatic song story about a sea serpent. And I've written a song based on the Manx folk tale of the Wizard's Palace, which has a starring role for salt. So I wanted to have that in our first performance.
And the tickets, where do people get them? How much do they cost? Stuff like that.
So if you go onto the Centenary Centre website, the What's On section, you can buy a ticket online. Members of the cast do have some limited edition physical tickets if you happen to know any of us. Tickets are £15, which includes a special themed drink on arrival.
And the time it starts, what time?
7 o'clock we'll be gathering in the Athol Room.
And finish before midnight?
I would think so.
Well, go to my house in Laurel.
Shay the Vay.
Manx Radio, saving family dinners from bad information.
Oh gosh, that fella gave me a bit of a shock there. Yes, so that was Aalin Clague telling us about the Sollan project, which is yes, it's going to be fascinating. Because there's also a Manx dialect play as part of this, and yes, yours truly is in it. So we've almost got the lines learned. I've seen some of the rehearsals, and it does look rather good. So if you're not doing anything on Friday the 22nd of May, then you should be. You should be going along to see this wonderful Manx concert that Aalin Clague and Corey Phillips and Nicola Toombs and a whole range of other people have pulled together, and it's well worth going along to see. Right, where are we at? Yes, I think maybe it's time for this.
Manx Radio.
And all of that tells us that it's time for a last look at the weather. Brouwers Greenach Jew leis gia fers na Meenach, Perth the Flia nach Flia Frasach as me vis frassen fos on sa vore Jaloon, Bead slow chill the tavi, as be le brow greenach on, as be fla pishach on, satajak gemert, och ni slow chill the tavi, as be le brow greenach on. So yes, fine and sunny today. Tonight there may be some showery rain developing later. Any showers on Monday morning will quickly clear, leaving a fine and sunny day, and patchy rain at first on Tuesday, soon clearing to sunny intervals and scattered showers. And that also tells us that it is time for the Manx track, and I've gone with the Mollig Band and the Chanter's tune, which, yes, it has been known to get a little bit lively, this tune, so be warned. Pull back your tables and chairs and have a little jig to this one.
Galas Gaccan, brought to you by the Gaelic Broadcasting Committee.
And well deserved that round of applause at the end for the Mollig Band with the Chanter's tune. And I did warn you, I said it would get a bit lively, and sure enough it did. Well, finally, Robert did ask, over an hour ago, he asked, what is, in the turnstiles, is the upswing in Gaelg? And so I've had a go at translating this. So the word for turnstile in Manx is hiat, or a word for it anyway, is hiat, or giat carthy, so a twisty gate basically, which I think is rather good. So in the turnstiles would be Sahyatan carthy, because of course giat is the singular, giatan would be plural. So Sahyatan carthy is the upswing. Well, I looked for this. I wasn't entirely sure how to translate it, but I've gone with Nes Leistain. So Leistain is a swing. So Nes is down, moving up. The Manx has 3 words for up and 3 words for down, and Nes means down, heading upwards. So I've gone with, in the turnstiles is the upswing, Sahyatan carthy ta Nes Leistain. So there we are, and this, of course, allows me the opportunity to tell you the anecdote which has been told to me by Dick Ratliff about the bank in Ramsey, and one of the old native speakers, when they were still going about, came into the bank, and this fella in the bank had been studying the Manx language and was struggling a little bit with the words his and shees and niece, and wanted to know when you could use which. And so he asked the native speaker, could you give me an example of how to use the word his? And the fella scratched his beard for a bit and said, well, he's a nice fella. Which is rather good, I think. Yes, he's a nice fella. I'm not sure it helped in terms of learning when to use he's and she's and niece, but he's a nice fella, as indeed we all are. Right, what's next? Robert Miles is going to sing about children. not so much singing there as music anyway. But yes, very interesting music it was too, if you like that sort of thing. Right, so what are we going to do now? Well, we'll have a yes. What we'll do is I was looking up words relating to his and niece and shees and hus and noose and sus, which are all the ways of saying up and down. So the idea in Manx is that there is the position, which is up, which is hus. There is the movement up, which is sus, and then there is the depending on how you look at it. If you are already up and you're looking at someone coming up, then they're coming nice. They're coming up from down, basically. So that's the way, and of course it works the other way around. His is down, and you can be travelling shees, going down, and if you are already down, then and you see someone else coming down, they're coming down from up, so they are travelling noose, which, yes, all very confusing, but when you get the hang of it, it all seems to make a fair amount of sense. So yes, the plants are growing, but they need some water. So I'm rather pleased that, oh gosh, my voice is going here. I'm rather pleased that we're going to see a little bit of rain this week. Much needed water for all the hard work. So that's a good thing. I always seem to buy far too many seeds and work far too much ground and plant far too many things, which one year, maybe when my back gives up, I'll be a little less is it optimistic? Not really. Adventurous, maybe, and just stick to a few really nice things rather than planting far too much. But the things that are planted and the things that are popping up nicely through the ground now are preathan, which is the Manx word for potatoes. Peisirinn is peas. Peisir would be a pea, and peisirinn is peas. Pres would be a potato. Preathan is potatoes. And then the other things that are growing well at the moment are unishin, onions, Gaelg, garlic, shallots. Now I wonder what I'm not sure I know the Manx for shallots. Unishin beggar probably. Let's see what the dictionary says for shallots. Yes, the dictionary is not helpful. It doesn't give a translation for a shallot. So, here we are. Far unish would be a shallot. Far unish, a false onion. Which, yes, I suppose that's fair enough too. So they're all growing nicely. I've got other things are peeping through. Pesmadon is parsnips. They're all doing rather nicely at the moment. They're through. Nappanen, turnips, both garden and normal turnips, and spinach. That's the other one. Blenachan, that's peeping through. Well, that's just about it. Bobby Barber's waiting in the other studio. 10cc and Jerry Rafferty will play us out to the end of the programme.
Just a silly phase. I'm But then again, that doesn't mean you mean that much to me. So if I call you, don't make a fuss. Don't tell your friends about the two of us. I'm not in love, no, no. Let's be quiet, big boys don't cry. 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 I keep your picture upon the wall. It hides a nasty stain that's lying there. So don't you ask me to give it back. I know you know it doesn't mean that much to me. I'm not in love, no, no. It's ooh, you wait a long time for me. Ooh, you wait a long time. Ooh, you wait a long time for me. Ooh, you wait a long time. I'm not in love, so don't forget it. It's just a silly phase I'm going through. Just because I call you up, don't get me wrong, don't think you got at me. I'm not in love, I'm not in
Galas Gaccan, brought to you by the Gaelic Broadcasting Committee.
so cold.